Hi lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us. You guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video.
So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with you guys because I found this video educating. I see this video as myself, like my experience on how I was able to actually know most things about, the past, historical facts, and finding out things that I was not even able to, learn in school. So this lady in question that actually popped up on my For You page is just here to talk about the same thing that every other average African actually face, and finding out about the truth is just something that is a dream come true for every young Africa. I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of other stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, because this video is actually emotional, and it's going to just give you a sense of relief that everybody is finding out, like especially black people. We are beginning to find out our root cause and our real history. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
We're hidden from our curriculum, what they teach us in school. I promise you, whatever you know about slavery is like 1%. Have you heard about the ball crusher? They used to use it on black men. The device, they put it on their balls and they press it. It will crush the balls before it will cut it off. When they told them to leave Africa, they had to go to the middle of the sea to discard the documents that recorded those events, the tapes, and the torture devices. They had to go and dump them in the middle of the sea. That was how gruesome it was. So this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the things that we don't know about people. So one of the things that used to happen during slavery was black people were a delicacy. Yes, give me 2 plates of chidima. This is not funny, please cut that part out. Black people were a delicacy. Yeah, they used to cook black people and eat like meats. Number 2, breeding program. There was something called the breeding program. The companies that were in charge of the breeding program still exists today, but they've diversified their economy. They are now doing other things. I've forgotten what they specialize in. If I can look for it, I think I'll put it in the video. They're still running today. So what they do is they put women from age 15 to 40. Is it 40 or 45? I don't know. Those are the women that were in the breeding program, and they bring men, young men, to get them pregnant, to just give birth to black babies and stuff. That's number 2. Number 3, they used to use black people's skin for leather bags, shoes, belts. I first heard about this when I was a teenager. That was a couple of years ago, and then those pictures were still online. I had screenshots then, but I no longer have them now because new phone. And I tried looking for the pictures online to see if I can see anyone to attach, but I couldn't find. But they used to use black people's skin to make leather belts, shoes, bags. That's why they said those days, some of the people that were interviewed in one of the stuff that I heard it from documentaries, he said those days you find different ranges of leather products, the bags and the rest, and the shoes, that you find different colors, different ranges. But these days the leather bag colors are very limited because now they are now using purely animal skin, but they used to use black people's skin. George Washington, a prominent person, and their teeth are always rotten and stuff, so they used to remove the teeth of the slaves and put it in a dental, and they wear it. I think George Washington had one. You can Google it, it's still there. They have a museum where they put his things. Those set of dentals are still there. The other thing is they used to use black babies as alligator bait. Yeah, they'll put black babies in water, living ones, not dead ones, in the water, like in the shallow part, to lure the alligator. Like when they are screaming and shouting, it will lure the alligators out, and the alligator will catch the baby. And if they want to catch the alligator, they will now from there shoot the alligator and get it. If they don't want to catch it, this was so entertaining that it was like a merchandise. They were like matchbox that you see an alligator coming and a black baby, like a baby that is crawling, just sitting there. And they found it so entertaining that people used to come and watch. That's one of the things they used to do. Another thing they used to do, chairs. Till now, when you go online, this one I saw it online, it's still online, and just random people that have gotten like antique products like chairs, pillows, they normally find black people hair. So they used to use black people hair as stuffing as cushion rather, for chairs, like expensive chairs and pillows.
Started ripping up the fabric, I found the cotton, and is that people hair? Is that people hair? I swear, is that from a human's head? Is that what I think it is? Is that people hair?
Yeah, they used to use black people hair to stuff that. I think I should add this one, the term motherfucker. And the term motherfucker came from, there's this thing the white people used to do. They'll take like a woman, then take her son, so they'll blindfold the son, then they'll tell the son to like sleep with the mom. The reason why they blindfold just the son is because if he sees that it's his mom, he won't be able to like work. He will not know that it's his mom to enable him to, work, but the woman's eyes will be open. And they found it entertaining. They used to sit down and watch. Then when they want to like insult the black people, they started calling them motherfuckers, because they used to make them sleep with their moms. That's another one. Picnic. Yeah, picnic came from, a bunch of white people. They'll just carry like a black person, tie them to a tree. A bunch of white people will just come. Everybody will be throwing knife to see. The person will be alive, yes. So they'll be throwing knives to see like who can, like they'll do it till the person dies basically. So it's like a sport that everybody will just stand from a distance and be throwing knife at the person till the person dies. They change that one and they replace it with another one. That was where picnic originated from. Another one, there's this myth that's still happening in the UK till now. The death rate amongst black women that are giving birth in the UK is 40%. Yes, 40% of black women that give birth in the UK die. And this is because like the person that started gynecology was a man. I'll put his name below, I don't remember right now. And he had this theory that black women have more pain tolerance than other races of women. So his whole gynecology thing started from like experimenting on black women, because since he's a man, he doesn't have the organ, he doesn't know how anything works. So his thing was just to like go in there, see what does what. So he put black women like on the table, they'll strap them on the table and he'll perform procedures on them without any form of anesthesia, and the women end up dying. But his whole reason for doing that was that black women have more pain tolerance. Of course, research has shown that it's a lie. Black women don't have more pain tolerance. But this is still affecting black women in some countries today, because even when they are complaining, they don't take them seriously, because they'll be like, you guys are stronger than other women. Why are you complaining? You will survive. That's one of the reasons why a lot of women die while giving birth in like foreign countries. I think this is all for now. I'll do another video on this. Bye. So we do this thing in like Nigeria and other African countries where we idolize black white people. For instance, now if a white person uses any Nigerian or any African sound to make TikTok or do any African dance, they don't blow. Like everybody will be in their comment section losing their ever-living mind. So I don't know, but it's like we are not taught in schools, of course, what these people have done. I met someone recently and we were talking, and I was speaking about the Native Americans. Well, I don't like calling them the Native Americans because they never called it America. I don't know what they called it, but the people were the Red Indians. And the person was like, I was gonna realize that there are people that don't know that America does not belong to the Americans. They came to the land, they met people there, all of them, and took their land, the place you know as America today. I saw a discourse, they were like, why didn't they enslave the natives, which is the Red Indians that they met there? So the analysis they gave was they tried to enslave the natives, which is the Red Indians. You know, Pocahontas, yes, her people. They tried to enslave them, but since it was their land, they know their way around, so they kept on running away. So they decided, all of them. There are mass graves still being discovered. In 2021, 2 mass graves were discovered with 300. One had 300, one had 200 children, the youngest being 3 years old. They just poured them inside ground and cover sand. So that was how they all of them. Have you ever seen? I've seen 1 or 2 of them on TikTok here, but there are very few. Like, they are now like 1%. They kill them in millions. They wiped them out. So that's where the Americans are today. The land that the Americans are sitting on does not belong to them. It belongs to the Red Indians. They wiped them out and took their land. Another place is Australia. Australia does not belong to white people. It belonged to some people called the Aboriginal Australians. I don't know their real name, but they're called Aboriginal Australians. They're dark-skinned with like Indian hair, like curly, silky hair. I'll try to insert a picture in the edit. Those were the owners of Australia. They tried like mixing them, like mixed breeding them. I don't know if that didn't work, but at the end of the day, all of them, as they left like less than 1%, they are now very few, and they are living in extreme poverty in like inside forests in Australia. I saw some videos on TikTok about them, and one white guy was like, get these people out of our country, and somebody commented like, which people out of your country? You people came here, you wiped them out, the people became alcoholics. Now you guys chased them into the bush. The few ones that were remaining, unalived them in millions. The few ones that are remaining, chased them away inside the bush, and you're telling them to leave your country. How? So the guy just shut up sharp because he knows the person is not lying. So Australia does not belong to white people. It belongs to the Aboriginal Australians. Then Canada does not belong to white people either. It belongs to people called, is it Inuit or something like that. I'm going to put a picture of what the people, they look kind of Asian. It belonged to them. They came there and took their land. So these are the things that we weren't taught in school about these people. They did same in South Africa. South Africans own is not far. You know of Nelson Mandela that was thrown in prison. He didn't do anything. He was just saying, don't kill my people and take their land. That was why Nelson Mandela was put in prison for 25 years. And what a waste, seeing the way the South African people of today behave, what they say. It's such a disgrace. Like, I was one of those people that was like, I was rooting for South Africans. I'm like hoping one day they'll get their land back. But this whole Chidinma thing that happened just opened my eyes to the level of self-hatred that South Africans have, how they glorified whiteness. They even say we have the best white people in the world. Like, what does that even mean? We have the best white people in the world. These are the people that came. This is not even ancestors matter. These are your grandfathers. There are people that are still alive today. One of the people that took Israel to court, her grandfather's house was confiscated. There are footages online of the soldiers unleashing dogs on black people, like, and laughing, just the way the footages that are coming out of Palestine. That was what they were doing in South Africa. They would just see a group of people, they will open fire on them, women, children. So there are footages online of them doing this, but somehow the South African people love white people. So they are even grateful that they came to their land. At what expense? White people in South Africa make up 7% of the South African population, but they own up to 80 I seen different scores. Some say 93%, some say 80%, some say 70% of the South African land. How can 6% of a population that is not indigenous to that place own, let me use 80% since it's in between the statistics that I've heard. How can they own 80% of the land? Let's not even talk about places that in South Africa, as long as you are black, even if you are the president of South Africa, you cannot step your leg in that place, in those places, as long as you are black. So it's so sad seeing the way the South Africans of this day now behave. I feel like Nelson Mandela just wasted his time for nothing. He would have just carried his wife and children and just left that place. It's quite unfortunate. I think I've forgotten another. There's one African country that took Israel to court because it was the same people that did the same thing in South Africa. I don't know if it's Zimbabwe. Same thing. They make up a fraction of the population, and there they own, I think they said 60% of the land. So I feel like this our side, Nigeria, Ghana, and the rest, we're just left because like the climate. Cause if you notice the African countries that they tried to take over, you notice that their weather is like really nice. Like the South African weather gets really cold, and so that's why they just left us. But if you know what these people are doing to the economy, I heard something recently. If the Western media is not referring to your leader as a dictator, your leader is not the one leading your country. I would take that again. If the Western media is not referring to the leader of your country as a dictator, he is not the one leading your country. We've been under neo-colonialism. There was never independence. All that shit is a lie. They sent an 18-year-old girl to come and give us independence. The whole country. Princess Alexandra of Kent. They didn't even send any top person. Like, they know that it's not serious because they are still cashing out from here, like steadily impoverishing the people and stuff. So they just send a kid. Come on, just let them believe they've gotten independence. Let them get off our back. So equip yourself with this information. As someone that was raised by a curious person that reads a lot, I'm going to drop some of the advice my mom gave me when I was about 7-8 years old. She said, when it comes to history, you can read to pass your exams, but just know that whatever they teach you in history class is either a lie or it has been manipulated heavily. Because of that, there's nothing that you teach me in school about history that I believe. I always try to look for. So take that advice very seriously. I think maybe it's because I was told when I was very small. That's why it stuck for me. But it's never too late. Take that advice seriously. Raise your kids that way. Because whether you like it or not, they are raising their kids that way. They notice that Africans are waking up. They're already prepping their kids, trying to tell them that, oh, these people want to attack you. Africa has always been a land of abundance. Black people are the only group of people that have never invaded anybody because we have everything we want. They'll be like, oh, black people don't invent shit. We have everything, the basic necessities. The whole Viking situation, first of all, they didn't call themselves Viking. It was just a name that was given to them to make them look cool. It was a group of people that didn't have anything, no food, nothing. So initially they started by trying to invent stuff, trying to make tools to go and sell in other places, to get food, to get resources. And when they ran out of materials to make those tools to be selling, they started invading those places, taking their land, unaliving all the people and taking their land. I don't really remember the countries that those people invaded and wiped the people out and took their land. That's why I'm not mentioning, but it's not part of America, Canada, and Australia. It's not part of those. It's like another, it's like other side. So this was what they were doing. This is why they came to Africa. They went to India. They were killing people because of spices, curry. Because they didn't have. So Africa has always been the land of abundance. We're the original Nepo babies. That's why like we're relaxed. Everything to us is a joke and stuff like that. I don't want this video to be long.
Like seriously, lovely, it's so fulfilling to see videos like this, to see stitches like this. So I was just going through my For You page on TikTok, and I came across this young lady who I actually stitched her videos, talking about how she is now aware, talking about how finding out the reason why at which some of this history, not all, if not even all of the historical fact that has to do with black people entirely have been, is not something that they actually want to be taught in school, or it's not actually what they want to be in the school curriculum. Like oftentimes a lot of questions have been asked about why is it that history like this are removed from school syllabus. Why is it that histories like these are removed from schools, like not to be taught in school? And when questions like this are being popped up, a lot of colored people seem to give some excuses, talking about how they don't want their young ones to feel some type of way, to feel bad. It's something that happened in the past. It's something that a lot of us just have to forget and move on, and focus more in, like, how would you actually move on and forget about what really happened in the past when there are still attributes of what really happened in the past still happening in the present, even if it's not as strenuous or even if it's not as worse as before, but one way or the other the effect is still rubbing around. You cannot just automatically forget about what happened in the past, because the past actually depend on the present. Like, I am so satisfied to see that a lot of people are beginning to find out, to question, to research, to make their own findings, even if these things are not reachable when you're studying. Sometimes I actually come here to often talk how grateful I am on this platform, how grateful I am on you guys to actually leave so many commentaries that keep making me to get myself educated. I have said so many things about how so many of the things I know concerning the historical facts and well-beings and all of that has to do with Black people or history of Black people, how I was able to just find out so many things, like 50 or 70% of all the things I know about Black history and all of that as something I knew from constant researching TikTok, your comments and all of that. And it's so it's so disappointing that something like this, historical fact like this, as something that they want to actually hide from generations upon generations and generations, yet unborn. There is a video that I actually staged about, I think she's an 18-year-old lady who decided to go for a little shopping. I think that shop was owned by a pan-colored person. Then after her shopping and all of that, on her way out after making payment, she was stopped by a pan-colored woman telling her that she actually suspected that she took something, that she's aware that she took something. This made this lady to actually remove everything from her bag, and it was found out that nothing was taken from the store that she didn't pay for, and all she could do was to tell the lady in question that she's sorry, and that's all. Since you don't take nothing, then you can go. Like, how embarrassing that was. And this young lady keep on asking, why is it that we are treated this way? Why is it that Black, if you're someone of a darker skin complexion, there's a kind of reception that you get compared to those people that don't have your kind of skin complexion? And this lady, the 18-year-old lady that I was talking about, keep on asking, why didn't you harass these other people? Why me? Why? Like, she's keep on asking questions. And this is the misconception, this is the misunderstanding a lot of young people get. And these people do not want to teach history, to actually make the historical background of the reason why you are treated the same way, or you are treated the way you are treated. Most of the things that she have spoken on this on this video, on the stage that I made, is something that I have continuously put on here. It's something that I have I was able to see from the research, from the videos and stitches. I was able to stumble across on TikTok and all over social media. The case of which she talked about that also struck me is that of a woman. Like, she mentioned this, which I am, which I think I stitched a video like that. Which I also stitched a video like that about a particular doctor that talked about how Black women have this pain tolerance. That's why it's as if in medical field today, if you are a Black woman, it's as if your case is not serious. They tend to attend to those people that has no melanin in their skin, because they feel that as a melanin person, like you have a melanin in you, like a dark person, you have that your dark skin or whatever is able to bear any sort of pain. And this is the reason why it's as if there is high rates, high mortality rate and all of that in terms of childbirth and all of that. But truly, all pains are just equal, but it's just that because of the kind of mentality they have, because they have subjected some particular group of people in slavery, and they thought because these people can work in a harsh condition, they can do whatsoever, they can build a mansion with their bare hands. So because of that, they are so they are people that cannot bear pains, or they can bear pains, people that can bear pains, people that can tolerate pains. This is why they have to use a woman to perform some kind of research, some kind of test run to actually know if she can, bear such a pain. And the thing is that when this woman escaped through, when she bear this pain, now they now assume that every other black person can actually bear pains without anesthesia and all of that. And this is something that happened in the past, which still have an effect in today. It still have an effect in today. There's a video that actually went live one time, I think sometime last year. This woman was she's a woman. She was in the hospital. I think she has some kind of medical conditions, and she needed a pain relief or a painkiller or something. She was just calling out on these people to come attend to her. The way they ignore her, they were only responding to her because they saw the fact that she went live. She went live. She had to go live in order to get their attention. Like, I saw this live, she was practically crawling from her bed to the floor trying to ask for help. Like, seriously. And there is this video that also went viral about a doctor asking a particular question about why is it that black people, when they come for any medical examination or what have you, they come with their husband, family, partner, or what have you. Why? And he's asking this question, forgetting the fact that if you don't come with these people, their own people will actually neglect you. But he acted in a form as if he's ignorant. I don't know the reason why at which black people, when they go to places like this, they often go with their phone to be on a FaceTime with their loved one if they are not with someone physically. And he was asking this question, trying to, oh my God, why people should just chill? Why are you guys doing that? Me as a professional doctor, I keep my phone aside. I like, seriously, as if we don't know what the medical field has turned into. As if we don't know. Like, one thing about all of these things that is happening is that when it keeps happening, a lot of particular people tend to pretend as if they don't know the genesis, or as if they don't know the reason why. This is why they think that a lot of people are not finding out now. A lot of people are not actually aware of the historical fact behind why and the reason why at which black people are treated the way they are. A lot of people are finding out they have actually, succeeded in removing history from school. Don't even talk about it. Don't talk about colonization. Don't talk about it, because they know exactly what they did. They know that during those time it was a horrific time, but they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know about yourself. They don't want you to know your existence. They made sure that they hid everything that would give any trace to your background. Sometimes a lot of questions have been asked, why is it black? It's because you are the chosen person. It's because you're the chosen person. They don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to know the kind of power you carry. They don't want you to know the kind of commands you carry. Just imagine, with all of the oppression, with all of the things that they have been able to subdue black people are still striving. Like, It was said that they actually went to Africa, colonized people, stole so many resources and all of that, left Africa in poverty and all of that. But if you go to Africa today, the way at which developments, oh my goodness, the way at which it's developing, apart from the wicked leaders, the ones they have used as their puppet, but these people are actually progressing one way or the other, but they keep on progressing. Another thing is that they don't want us to know what really happened, so with the fear of they might actually want to, but without them knowing that we are not like that. Like, black people are not like that, or people that looks like me are not like that. The only thing is that they just wanted a fair treatment, and that is it. Why hiding history? Why not trying to in school if you feel that your intentions are good? Like, seriously. Anyway, lovelies, when I came across this video, I was like, okay, you are going to see it if I'm able to see it. And I decided to just bring it up here. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, do you get a huge favor to click on the subscription button, and I will see you love this when I upload the next
Just
one.
leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational and informative purposes. So please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like this video, share, leave your thoughts, and I will see you love this when I upload the next one.